What's going on, guys and gals? Stock Chuck here. Up $480 on the day. I was up 780 at one point, but I gave some back and was happy to be green with that much here. Let's go over the trades for today. First one was MBRX. This one, I've made a habit not to trade at 9:30, so I didn't touch this one. The chat rooms that I subscribe to, they did trade it. I'm sick of getting flushed out right at the open, so I waited for this to give me a setup on the 1 minute. So we had the move up, consolidation, then we went candle over candle. So I went long looking for the break right here. Also helped the chat rooms that I subscribe to were also looking at the exact same play. So I know I'm not the only one going to play this, which increases my odds that it's going to go up. And also we have the $2 break right there as well. So a couple things going for us if we break that level. And that's what I did. Got in at 199, sold at 205. Basically, you know, an easy win out of the gate, to be honest. It's just an easy move. We did play this again over at 9:45. Same thing, kind of looking for, let's see, did it line up on the 5 minute chart? Yeah, this one was actually a 5 minute play. So pop up, consolidation candle, then candle over candle in the 5 minute. And this one didn't go as far as we'd like it. It didn't really touch, high day. After this, on the 5 minute, you wanted to go high a day, and it didn't do that. But nevertheless, we made about 3 cents on it. So 205 to, oh no, I lost. That's not 208. So it didn't go anywhere. It didn't work out how I thought. So I ended up losing, uh, what is it, like 3 cents on that trade. I thought I was reading that wrong. So that's just an example, when it's going candle over candle in the 5 minute, you really want it to press and go high of day and keep going up and continue that move. If it can't, it's actually a sign of weakness. As you can see, kind of sold off. Tried it again here. Finally did break high day, but sold off after that and closed the day around $2. So not the strongest move of a stock. You did have the 200-day that it was running into, so little resistance above it. So GLBS was my next trade, and this is because dries started heating up. Volume started coming in. You can see it here on the 1 minute. It just kind of started coming out of nowhere, going high a day, and I actually was looking for the candle over candle on the, you cannot see this, but the candle over candle on the daily chart. That's kind of what I was looking at. And when I saw that break the previous high, which was 237, I went long GLBS, thinking that, okay, momentum's going to come into Dries. Dries has a ton of fanboys in it, so I was going to play the shippers basically, and I played GLBS in sympathy of the Dries move. So I actually went 6,000 shares at basically 129-ish, somewhere in there, and it was short-lived. It didn't really go anywhere. This used to be a really good sympathy play, but it hasn't been working recently, so which is a shame. I used to love playing this as a sympathy play to Dries, but nonetheless, I did do well on it. Got out at half at 133 and the other half at 131. So I made a nice profit from 128, but it really didn't move like I wanted it to. CBI was my next trade. This one hurts a little bit, um, but nonetheless, I stuck to my strategy and traded how it should have been traded, to be honest. So at you can see the volume coming in right here. News came out that they received a judgment in court in their favor. So I know nothing about this court case. I know nothing about how much of the judgment it is. I just know it's good news for CBI. What I've never heard of the company before, and I went long as soon as I heard it at um, $15.43 right here. Got a big pop up, and I sold at 15.56. It was actually a bad fill. It was actually in the 70s when I hit the sell button, but dropped real quick on me. So made a nice, 13 cents on that. But the stock just exploded since then. It went up $5 from my initial entry point. Am I sad about that? Yeah, a little bit, but would I trade it the exact same way if I had to do it all over again? Absolutely. Again, I don't know anything about this court case. It could have been a court case and they won $1 million, which would have been absolute pennies on a $2 billion company. So I know nothing about it. I'm just scalping the news, and that's it. I didn't do any research after I sold this to see what the court case was. I didn't care. You know, the thing was just ripping forward, and I was happy with my 13 cents and I wasn't going to play it again. So it was a news play and I played it like a news play. JNPR was also a news play, and I can't remember what the news was on this, but I do know that it was negative. Um, and when I heard that, I went over here, went short at 28.11, uh, right inside this candle, and it popped right, came back down real quick, and I covered for basically a 5 cent win on 3,000 shares, $150. CCCR, this one was a technical play that I was really hoping that it would work out. If you look over here on, would it be better if I did this? Let's go to, no, okay, there we go, 3 months. So let me try to, I really hate these new tools, but I just want a straight line. Yeah, let me doodle. So, okay, yeah, imagine if that's a straight line. So, oh, it's terrible. Okay, anyway, you get the idea. We've kind of got this ascending triangle here on the daily, okay? So it's an upward trend, and eventually it should break out to the upside. I was really thinking, oh my gosh, let me doodle again. Okay, I was really, let me draw. I was really hoping, okay, there we go. I was really hoping we would be able to break this level and it get rid, because this is another, this is ascending triangle inside of the greater ascending triangle. So I was hoping as we broke this level right here that we would see a move up and it would really get going. So this level was like 342, okay? So 342 was the key levels that I was watching, and we got the pop up to 342 and it didn't go anywhere. It came right back down. So I bought in at basically 340. And I held this for quite some time. Actually, it was over here. Okay, so 340. Wait, 1241, 1231. Got in right here, looking for that curl up. Didn't go anywhere, you know. And I sold as I got flushed out here. So the volume just dried up. Didn't go anywhere. Lost about 6 cents on that trade. So my next play was AMD. This was a news play as well. This one, news was out that NVIDIA was going to start selling graphics cards meant specifically for Bitcoin miners. Now, if you know nothing about technology, which is one of my specialties, to be honest, is right now if you're trying to buy a graphics card, and maybe we can just go over here and try to find, all right, Newegg. Let's go to Newegg. This is a, one of the main places you would go for computer components. So we'll go to the graphics card in question here. Okay, so the RX 580. Okay, this card right here is typically $250. It is 3 times the price right now because they're just being gobbled up by Bitcoin. You can see out of stock, out of stock, out of stock, out of stock. I mean, this is ridiculous. And the ones that are in stock are either 3 times the price or 2 times the price of what they actually should be. So that's just kind of give you a little idea of what's going on here. So NVIDIA comes out with, and they're the only kid on the block that Bitcoin miners want to use. The reason why is because the card is really efficient. The graphics card is really efficient for what they do. NVIDIA cards are not efficient. Well, NVIDIA comes out with news saying that they're going to make an efficient card meant specifically for Bitcoin miners, which is great news for NVIDIA because it's a whole different market that they haven't tapped into. And right now, AMD was the only one on the block that Bitcoin miners wanted to buy their card for. So it's as soon as I heard that news, I went short AMD at basically 1359 right in here, and you kind of see the news kind of came out up here, but I was just hearing it down here. So 3 minutes late to the game, it popped up on me, which I really don't think people understand the implications of it because it kind of just channeled for a little bit. So as it popped up, I covered as on the next chance I could because I really didn't want this thing to go red on me again. And you can kind of see it kind of channeled, and then it went right back up. So finally it broke to where it should have been and gone down. But that's really, really big news. Right now, AMD cards, like I said, are being sold at crazy prices because of Bitcoin miners. It's supply and demand. Bitcoin miners just eating up those cards, and it's great sales for AMD. But now with Nvidia bringing out their own cards for it, you could probably, I would think that these cards are going to be geared specifically for Bitcoin miners, meaning they're going to even be better than the ones that AMD have out that are meant for gamers. So that was my thesis on that. I made a little bit. There's people on StockTwits that have no idea what they're talking about, but if you try to watch those people, they just have no clue about the two companies. So anyway, that was the play. It didn't work out as intended, but I still made money on it. So OSUR, this one had a price target increase to $19 by Jeffries right here on this news. And as soon as that news came out, I saw that it was kind of flatlining, so I was kind of hoping that this would break it out of this trend area. So I went long at 1726 right here, and the stock dropped. It was just so stupid. And then it came back up and, you know, tapped that area again and just channeled, but it didn't go anywhere. So, you know, people sold into that news, so I actually ended up losing. It was stupid. I don't even like talking about this trade. This one pissed me off. The news comes out and it goes to the bottom of the channel. It just makes no sense. So I lost 4 cents on the trade, and brought me down some more. So my last trade was APDN. This company just puts out a PR today, and it's basically saying, hey, we have this deal that we've always had. We're just rehashing it. So why not make the stock run 30%? It's just stupid news. I was really kind of hoping for an end of the day flush on this. As you can see, it broke through the VWAP, popped back up, and this is the area that I shorted at as it stopped moving up again, and it came back down. I was really hoping for it to break and move down here. I had a chance to cover and be green, but I was kind of hoping for a bigger move, and I ended up, basically losing half a cent on the trade because I didn't want to hold it overnight. But again, this one's prime, I believe, to short into tomorrow, maybe at the open. You have the 200-day moving average is at resistance at $2 up here. This thing should not go up there. It's up on basically fluff news. The company is probably short for cash. They had $4 million as of September, and it's crazy. The whole PR is about an agreement they've always had with this certain company, and they're just rehashing it. That's it. So anyway, up $480 in the day, um, and I am happy with the trades and just looking to be green in tomorrow. You can find me down in the chat rooms that I list below. You also can see me in Discord. I'm there to answer any questions you may have about my trading style or questions in uh, uh, you know, day trading questions in general, or also you just be part of our community and throw out trading ideas throughout the day. So the Discord chat is free, and the other ones that I subscribe to, I pay money to, are also listed down in the description down below. All right, take care.